It's Anneke and Bjorn of sunny Ocala, Florida. I hope you're having a great day and you've had a great week. Well, I'm here in my Ocala location. On the weekends, I kind of head down to Tampa and hang out. But during the week, I'm in Ocala. So I'm bringing this cocktail series to you from Tampa, then Ocala, kind of going to be back and forth now, I think, for quite some time. And this is the first time I've mixed up this drink. It's called a Paloma. Those of you that are tequila fans know very well that tequila is a hot alcohol right now. As a matter of fact, it's interesting to me because I love tequila, but I gotta be real careful with it. So not much, just a little. I get really happy, and then too much, and I've got a horrible hangover the next day. So I've learned now, like everything else, if you're gonna enjoy cocktails, you should have them in moderation. So anyway, there's a history with this, but it's kind of debatable. So I made some notes, and I hope you don't mind that I look at that. Originally, it's kind of unclear where it started, but they think, one of the versions that I read about said that it originated in Mexico City in the 1950s. And there was a beverage called Squirt, probably similar to Sprite, that was introduced there in the mid-20th century, around the 1950s. And the locals started mixing their tequila with that, and then it just went, then it took off. But then there's another version, and so I'm gonna have to read this because I don't wanna mispronounce. The legendary Don Javier Delgado Corona, who was an owner and bartender at La Capella in Tequila, Mexico, was said to have originated this drink. And there's all kinds of stories about it, but I'd say probably pretty easy to think that it originated from Mexico. And what's happened now, if you haven't noticed, there is this huge explosion of upscale tequilas on the market. Now, I used to buy Herradura. I like the silver tequilas. I used to buy this bottle in the big size for $44. I bought this morning, the little size, for $44. So there is this explosion of demand, and in my opinion, the rip-off by all the corporations who just keep jacking the prices up on us. So how do we start? Well, you can do this a couple of ways. I have never been a person who likes salt on the rim of a margarita, nor do I do the lime, the salt, just not me. So you can do this with the salt rim, and you just take the lime and run it around the edge of the glass like that. And from what I've read, you can do a rim glass of salt or sugar. So I'm going to choose the sugar. And that's all I've done. That's just regular granulated sugar. Oh, it's that simple. Okay. Then you add some ice. And I'm using my round ice cubes today. I love doing these. Okay. Now to that, we're going to add 2 ounces of tequila. And as I said, this is Herradura Silver, but you could use whatever you want. I'm kind of interested in the pantalones that Matthew McConaughey and his wife are producing now out of Texas. I'd like to try that, and that's not sky high. Good old Georgia Randy Gerber, it's really expensive, but It would be fun to do like a tequila flight where you could get to try little bits of samples. So if anybody knows of anything, I'm sure it's not happening in Ocala, but probably in Tampa. So, all right, there's 2 ounces of tequila, silver, and here is 1.5 ounces of lime juice. And I did this ahead of time, but I'm going to add just a little less. Now, if you wanted to, and you wanted this sweeter, you could add some simple syrup to that. But what I'm going to do is just taste. So to that, you're supposed to add 6 ounces of either grapefruit juice, this is Fresca, which is diet, grapefruit, and citrus soda. So I'm going to do 6. And add it right here. That's good, that works out well. And then I'm going to stir it. And then I'm going to taste and see what I think. So that's what it looks like. All right, let's do it. I don't think that needs any simple syrup because the Fresca is sweetened with aspartame. Now, you could use regular Fresca, you could use grapefruit juice. The reason I do not is it is so high in carbohydrates. And tequila, zip. So this is, except for the sugar on the rim and maybe some of the lime juice, it's very, very low in carbs. So yeah, I like that the way it is. So it's rim the glass in either salt or sugar. Here's a little tip. If you like things a little spicy, use the salt on the plate and add just a little bit of chili powder and then rim it with that. You could do even an Old Bay, a little bit of Old Bay. And then you add your ice. And then 2 ounces of tequila. It's not 1.5 ounces, it's 1.5 tablespoons, 1.5 tablespoons of lime juice. Now, I used regular fresh lime juice, and I also used some sweetened lime juice. But you could just use straight out lime juice. And I didn't use all of the lime juice. I don't like it real limey. And what the recipe also calls for is a pinch of salt. So that's something that you could do. I left that out. I think that would be interesting. Shall we try it? Well, hang on a minute. I'll be right back. I'm going to do just a little sea salt. Let's see how this is. It says just a pinch. Let's see how that is. So there's all kinds of variations. And at the end, you can add a slice of lime, or you could add some jalapeños. There's all kinds of variations. Let's try it with a little salt. So you have sweet, sour with the lime, a little bit bitter with the lime and the tequila, salt, all 4 taste groups, plus ice, bubbles, and alcohol. Now, who doesn't like that? So, I thought I'd wear something kind of festively tropical today. You've probably seen this outfit before, and for those of you that always need to have cleavage, sorry, you're not going to see any in the front today, but you will see it in the back. Want me to do that closer? Actually, this was a swimsuit. So for people that need to wear long sleeves out in the sun, but it certainly leaves your back exposed. Now, I have on a fishnet, nude colored pantyhose. And these are stilettos that are a knockoff on the Valentino. White with a nude stud around the edge, which I love. You've seen this outfit before. You've probably seen the jewelry before. You've probably seen my ring before. I have given up on trying to have straight hair in Florida. This is my hair curly. I know, it looks kind of crazy and wild. But I'm probably going to be wearing it like this most of the summer. Is it my favorite? No. But it's reality check time when you live in Florida. So I'm going to walk around here. You're going to see me disappear for just a second. And I'm going to turn this around so I can say so long. I hope you're going to have a fabulous week. Happy 4th tomorrow in the United States. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Be careful with all the fireworks. And just enjoy yourself. We have fireworks here, but it's so hot. I doubt very much that I'm going to go and sit and die in the heat. I will sit at home and watch a Capitol 4th. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. And if it's your first time and you're interested in all to learn about this glamorous granny, well, then subscribe. And if you like what you see on a continuing basis, every Wednesday I update the cocktail series, or I might do something else. Then just hit that bell. Love hearing from you. Love your comments. Even those of you that tend to be a little judgmental because you don't often see grannies running around in skimpy attire. I'm not dead yet. And I love you all. Thanks for being here. Namaste.